Does Diablo Immortal have potential? I mean, it's a fairly straightforward question and probably a very obvious answer if you are into mobile games in general and if you are not toxic towards Blizzard and anything that's associated with Diablo Immortal as a specific title and the history of it and all of that kind of stuff of do you guys not have phones and all that. I've been there, I was part of the crowd sort of rolling my eyes at Blizzard, so let's just get past that point. Does it have potential as a source of free entertainment on your phone? I played closed beta, you may or may not be still able to get into it, and this video are my first impressions of the game as it is currently in the closed beta. We'll talk about the good, we'll talk about the bad. If this is your cup of tea, let's treat this as a little intermission and a little bit off topic to my flow of videos about Path of Exile and talk about it. Hello everyone, I'm your host Gyro. Today we're talking about Diablo Immortal, a mobile game from NetEase Games and Blizzard Entertainment that currently is up in flames somewhere here, very well deserved as well, about a whole bunch of negative things we're not going to be talking about today. We are specifically focusing today on the potential entertainment value that Diablo Immortal as a title could give you and could give me as people who like action RPGs. I presume we both like action RPGs because I play Path of Exile, I like Diablo still on PC, I just haven't played in a while because the game is really stale. So does Diablo Immortal actually deliver anything new? Does it deliver anything new? Is it cheap? I will talk to you about several points, good and bad. And the background footage is showing to you Elder Rifts, group content of Diablo Immortal. They're cool, by the way. All in all, very shortly, I did like Diablo Immortal. I did enjoy my time in closed beta, even though the performance was a little bit laggy, and I will talk about the cons in the cons section about this a little more. Performance was a bit laggy, even though I don't think I have an ancient phone. I have a pretty decent Android phone, so what you're seeing here has been recorded on an Android phone. Most of the time when I played the game, actually, it did feel smooth enough. It didn't feel jerky or anything, but in recording, when we zoom in, when we take a look at it right now on the screen, it does look a little glitchy, a little jerky even to me, a little laggy even to me. But on the phone it felt okay, it felt not too bad, even though performance was on the low side, I would say. Overall, is it Diablo atmosphere-wise? How is the atmosphere of the game? Is actually Diablo franchise, Diablo atmosphere recognizable in the game? Yes, it absolutely is recognizable. You absolutely feel that you are playing the good old Diablo in the best sense of the word, from the good old times of, you know, Tristram atmosphere, Westmarch and all that kind of stuff. It's cool, Chaldeum, all of those kind of things. It's really good. Graphics quality, I'd say graphics is great for a mobile game, obviously, and when you blow it up on the screen like this right now, over here, yes, you can look into a bit of pixelation and start pointing things out, which I don't want to do. On a smaller screen, it looks completely fine, especially on the phone. Controls are intuitive, pretty good, as you would expect from an action game on a mobile screen. I probably would enjoy it a lot more on a tablet as opposed to on the phone, because my phone has 6+ inch screen, but it's still a bit smallish on the small side, and I would like to have a bit more detail to kind of immerse myself in the game a bit more. So I do think that on a gaming tablet, Android tablet, there's a whole bunch of budget Android tablets right now I'm looking into actually to buy for Diablo Immortal and other games. I think that it would play better than on the phone. What else to say? Gameplay. I played only Necromancer, so the whole gameplay, the whole experience is from, I understand, their latest added class to Diablo Immortal game, the Necromancer. Necromancer feels fantastic. First of all, if you know me from Path of Exile, I play all sorts of classes, all sorts of builds, but summoners, and generally deferring, dealing with enemies to my totems, to my summons, is kinda how I prefer to play, to my mines, to my traps. And in this case, yeah, I'd like more summons. I prefer Path of Exile model of summoning. Path of Exile is not shying away from summoning a lot of stuff, right? And Diablo, it has summons, it has skeletons, it has skeletal mages, and they do their dirty work for you. But at the same time, I do think that it's a little on the low side. I would have preferred to flood the screens with summons. And by the way, that's when the client probably would have crashed, because in the busy moments, particularly busy moments of the screen, hands down, I can't defend performance of the game here. And maybe it's my phone, or maybe it's optimization of the game, or maybe it's both, but I wasn't impressed with how laggy it became in the tight spots where there is a lot happening on the screen. Probably you will see it here in the footage a little bit there. Skills are swappable, so you can swap skills as you level up. You unlock new skills, just like you do in PC version of Diablo, which is cool. And you can swap skills. You can choose to use a different skill. You can choose to use Corpse Explosion, or you can swap it with Skeletal Mage as soon as Skeletal Mage becomes available. That's good. I like it. I like that it's not dumb. I like that it's not dumbed down too much, and that there is still swappability, there is still configurability of how you play. That's good. I like it. It allows for builds, and we'll talk about builds in a bit of in a little bit of time. Self-heal is on potions. Potions you refill, also fairly easy, but not fire and forget type of stuff, so it's okay. Auto navigation, very necessary for a busy mobile game on a small screen, especially with some limited visibility. You might be playing in a park in the broad daylight. It's not always the clearest to see where you need to go. Yes, there is a map, and map is actually not bad, both minimap and the blow-up map on the full screen, which may or may not appear on the screen there in the footage in the background, not trying to align the narrative. But I do like those footsteps, that little track that shows to you where to go next. Love it. I actually love it. Unapologetically love it. I think it's great. There is crafting, there is blacksmith, there is you know, a jewel crafter, everything that looks like everything that we're used to from Diablo. So it's good. You can pick up gems, you can socket gems into gear, you can collect materials, you can, you know, destroy items, you can break them down into materials, you can upgrade items paying gold for it. It's all what I would expect from Diablo, at least to the level that I played the game, and I went a little further than just scratching the surface. I haven't put dozens and dozens and dozens of hours into the game, but I played past level 30. I went well into Chaldeum, second zone, so I did taste the game for sure. It wasn't just like first couple of quests for me. It's cool. I think everything fits together quite nicely into this perhaps a little simplified, but definitely Diablo world. Definitely Diablo world. I loved some of those, like navigation, you know, simplified navigation. I loved those mobile features. I actually loved them. There are suggested builds in the game, believe it or not. There is an element of the UI where you can go and it says, okay, do you want a guide / help as to how to build your character in a particular way to be most efficient? And for Necromancer, if I'm not mistaken, there are like 3 different builds that you can swap between, and it tells you, oh, you unlocked these items and these abilities that will help you build your character this way. It has a specific name, presuming a different type of gameplay, summoner versus something else versus something else. I like it. I like it. It is, again, it's a little bit on the nose and it's a bit simplified. It kind of guides you by the hand as to what exactly do you want to be. But because the skills are swappable and because there is a lot of gear, no one really forces you to use a certain piece or a certain item or a certain gem versus another gem, I think it definitely, it guides you, it gives you templates, so to speak, which I don't think is a bad thing, but at the same time it doesn't limit your creativity too much. Will it ever be as creative and as flexible as Path of Exile? Absolutely freaking not. Like, let's not even fool ourselves here. No, not in a million years. It's Diablo, it's not Path of Exile. But I think it's good. I do think it's good. I do think it's good. Finally, another good thing that I'll talk about specifically, group content. Main elements of group content are dungeons and Elder Rifts. There is also challenge rifts, but Elder Rifts are where you primarily kind of group up with people, or at least I did that. I found it a lot of fun. Elder Rift is exactly what you expect it to be. It's an on-the-spot, very quick dungeon that you jump into. You come to the Elder Rift's stone. You can choose to put crests into the Elder Rift starting kind of screen, and those crests are ultimately working like a Mythic Plus keystones in World of Warcraft do. They add certain extra complications to the enemies, but at the same time they increase the rewards, or so I understood. Crests can be obtained through quests, or crests can be purchased from the store. Is Diablo Immortal pay to win? Too early to tell, but you absolutely can buy some stuff, or you can wait until you get that stuff in the game. So it's too early to tell, and I'm not here to do a full end-to-end review or pretend that I've seen enough of the game or spent enough time in it to say definitely skewed towards pay to win as soon as you're past like first 40 levels or whatever. I haven't been that far, don't know. Crests are definitely purchasable. Are they necessary to enjoy, just enjoy the gameplay over Elder Rift? I don't think so. I think Elder Rifts are fun in a group anyway. All this carnage, all this stuff going on, we are supporting each other, running through the thing. It's cool, I liked it anyway, but yeah, that's my position on this. If there are any shortfalls of this group content, it's exactly the same shortfalls as you would have in any group content of any game, World of Warcraft or Diablo on the PC. Primarily, it's social moments. It's things like if you are in a group with other people, somebody invites you into a group, you are ready to go, they are not in this zone. You have to either teleport to them or find where they are or something like that, and it's not very clear what's happening there. Navigation helps you find the leader of the group, but it's not super clear to me what needs to happen and why all these people who may be in different parts of the world and they were match-made together to go into this Elder Rift together, why can't we just all teleport to the Elder Rift? I don't understand why that is the case, but in a few cases it was like, oh, so easy and so nice and straightforward to find the group. Oh, you are in a different zone of Elder, or so-and-so is in a different zone, so you cannot start the Rift. Confused me. I think that definitely can be streamlined, absolutely can be streamlined. I was not a huge fan of that. Otherwise, the group content is fun. Now, what's not so good? I already mentioned a few things. So, I didn't super like the purely mobile aspects of Battle Pass. Battle Pass are those rewards when you log in once a day, or when you do certain amount of activity, you fulfill certain amount of quests and whatever, daily quests, and they give you rewards, right? But if you are subscribed, if you pay, then you are on that second level of Battle Pass and you get better rewards. They're sort of parallel, right? You could be here or you could be here. And if you're not paying, you're getting this, and if you're paying, you're getting this. The concept is simple, but I didn't super like it. I mean, look, if I choose to pay, great, I deserve better rewards, fine, as long as it's not purely like full-on pay to win, like people who are playing on a free version cannot play at all and can't progress past a certain phase. But that's balancing. That's yet to be seen. So in a concept, I'm okay with people who pay, getting more currency, getting some cosmetics, getting this and that. They pay for it. That's okay by me. Like, I think that's fair. If it turns into full-blown pay-to-win, happy to hear from you if you played already the closed beta and had a lot more time on your hands and played for hours and hours and hours and seen what I haven't seen. Tell me, share with the community in the comments below. For me, this is acceptable. It's the format. It's the format of these numerous quests, of these multiple places I need to see the red dot and click and tap on it and say, oh, did I win something here? Did I fulfill some objective here? And now I get something here from Battle Pass, something here from the achievements, something here from somewhere else. That bit I always hated in every single mobile game that I otherwise enjoyed. Mobile Legends, Diablo Immortal, like heaps of other games that I played. Auto Chess, something like that. I never liked all these numerous menus I need to go through and look for red dots of what I might have earned somewhere. Like, I hate it. I hate it. Will it stop me from enjoying Diablo Immortal when I can continue playing it or when it hits the official release date? No, not at all. I'll play it anyway, probably. Will it be my main game? No, don't think so. But at the same time, I will definitely play and I'll definitely enjoy myself. Finally, very quickly, like I already said, performance was not great. Performance was not great, but I'm sure it will improve. To wrap it up, does Diablo Immortal have potential? Yes, it does. For me personally, I am a Path of Exile person. I do not see how Diablo Immortal could become my main game, but will I play it a lot more than anything else that I tried out of boredom, such as, I don't know, Genshin Impact or something like that, or like Minecraft Dungeons a while ago, or something else that I play once in a while, like very, very rarely. I probably would spend a lot more time in Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal is definitely my cup of tea, my jam. And if I go on holidays, if I go somewhere else and I have my Android tablet to play something and I can't play Path of Exile, of course I'll spend time in Diablo Immortal. It's cool, it's fun. And if you can get into closed beta, I highly recommend that you do try. It's free. I think you'll enjoy yourself, and I think it's a good, fresh kind of experience. The storyline is different to normal Diablo, I forgot to say. It's different. It's a new storyline. Speech is great, voiceovers are great. It's not too Asian, as I said, you know, at the beginning, that I'm not a huge fan of overly Asian games that like bombard you with visuals and sparkles and God knows what gacha here and there. There is none of that in here, at least not that I found. I already criticized the Battle Pass, but that's a different thing. So yeah, tell me what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video for what it's worth, as a little intermission to our Path of Exile builds and other kind of things. I am generally an ARPG player these days. I like ARPGs more than I like stale MMO RPGs, such as World of Warcraft. And yeah, I would love to hear your opinions on this, and if you would like more Diablo Immortal content, for example, or if you just like this as a change of kind of pace, and if you would like me to spend more time on these type of review videos, please let me know, don't be shy, because otherwise I don't know what you prefer. Thanks very much for tuning in today. I'll be speaking with you again, probably next week, about something else, most likely Path of Exile related, but I will keep my options open. See you later. Talk to you next time.